like bend down like this to pick it up is because your spine has a lot of tiny little ligaments that attaches to each vertebrae. So like you're really putting a lot of strain, and especially if you're picking up something heavy. So over time, those are definitely going to wear out. And
I always have to reach.
Reach, high.
Well, yeah, because you know,
low.
Everything is reaching.
Okay. Do you use a stool?
Yeah, that's what I'm using out there now.
Okay, good. Because as Austin explained earlier,
because everything is out of my safety zone.
Yeah.
How do you know what the safety zone?
Out of your base of support.
Mm-hmm.
So say if this is your workstation, do you find yourself like turning around, twisting a lot to grab things or anything of that nature?
You're supposed to all the way to turn all the way up.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's good that you know. So yeah, that is true. So you want to face wherever you're doing, because again, you're putting a lot of strain, and after years of doing that, you get damaged.
But that's why my back hurts today. Because when I was your age, you can do everything, and you don't worry about proper techniques when you're young, and then you get my age, and that's when the back problems kick in. Yeah. But when you're young, and
because people typically
I did a lot
don't.
of heavy lifting when I was 16, 17 years old. You know.
She knows a lot.
Yeah.
Like, why are you?
Well, she was a CNA for a while, so.
Oh, okay. You guys this is where you need to go, is to see the nursing homes where
we're gonna go for
take
field work.
shortcuts because the nurses are always rushing the CNAs.
They train people on how to properly transfer people, but then they'll give you a client that can't walk. You have to lift them out of their chair, put them in the bed, and there's been countless people who mess up their back.
Or they'll give you the heaviest client ever.
And you're the smallest person.
Which is why I couldn't be a CNA anymore.
And they do that on purpose if you're a new CNA.
Yeah. And they let you do it by yourself and not recognizing that it has to be either 2 to 3 people lifting that heavy individual.
Yep. And then they report you when you take too long.
So Austin, you were talking about where the ovens were.
Oh, well,
Since we have
oven gold.
Yeah, or whatever you
we
said.
have a turkey that is commonly used in the deli. It's called oven gold turkey.
Huge.
And it's
Okay.
like about this.
It's
I wish I
probably-
could show you guys.
It's probably
yeah.
like 30 pounds.
Well, if you go up there, they can probably pull one out and show you.
Okay.
But it's like about that big around, but it's on the very bottom shelf. And we use it.
I don't
we
know why
probably
it's on the
open-
bottom
yeah.
shelf, because it's the one that we need.
Yeah, we
most.
probably open at least 4, 5, 6 maybe times a day. Having to go down and they reach like this because people aren't thinking to stop, grab it, and go up.
Mm-hmm.
So when they're doing this, they're already out of their base of support. They're crouched down and they're leaning over. So.
Okay.
I have to get boxes down. I'm not.
It's
getting
not
up.
safe at all.
I'll climb up there and I'll get the box, but someone's gonna be there.
Right,
I'm not
yeah.
climbing up and down with a box.
Yeah.
You know, the footstool is for something light, of course. But if that's the only option that you have, then do what you have to. But the best choice is, of course, always asking for help or asking them, hey, is there any way that you can keep everything within my reach?
They'll necessarily do this, but my environmental modifications that we could use for the deli would be one of the things I said, like the dustpan. You know how like, people are constantly doing that. If they have one of the long-handled ones, you can just sweep in like this.
That's
and
what
you
we
can just
did.
empty. You have everything we use commonly, like dishes, utensils, lunch meats, all around like this area of the body, so that you're just things you mostly use, things you right around midline because you don't want to be reaching up or going down and lifting with.
That's
a
why
heavy
chicken
object.
is so hard for Ryan. He's so
Yeah.
tall and he's got to.
He's not here. I wish you guys could see him.
He's like super tall. When he's breading chicken, he has to like lean over in the pan. And,
and so
you
that's
can
the other
see
thing.
his back is just so like
Curved.
Humped over.
Wow.
so bad.
That you have everything within the waist level, or at least eye level.
Yeah.
So that you won't have to bend over too much, or when you're trying to reach and your shoulder ends up hurting, or you can even feel it in your back.
And then you get that pull, that cramp.
Yes.
I can't move now.
Yes, you don't want that at all. And of course, I see you're wearing proper shoes, so of course you know that.
No,
You must
they're
always
not
wear,
slip resistant.
but they're closed-toed,
Oh yeah.
so that you can keep from injuring your toes, as always. And I see that you have on your hairnet and everything else, and of course, that it's always best to keep all clothing and everything else together and intact, and no loose clothing out, so that while you're cutting your cheese, nothing gets caught.
I always
How many?
wondered that.
How many
about
often
the
they
name tags.
you're like, oh.
So you've been
so-
caught by the name
yeah.
tag.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you've been
so-
caught by the
Oh,
name
yeah.
tag.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so maybe they might need to
Or
do
it's
something
bad.
else.
That's why I don't wear that boar's head certified.
Yeah,
pin.
that one's the worst.
That's the one that because
It weighs it down.
You're slicing
Oh,
on
wow.
this. You're slicing on this side, and it catches all. And so I don't. Why are you wearing your pin? because I don't want my head in the slicer. Thank you very much.
So I would say, you
Maybe a
know,
flatter one
to
or like
kind
a
of,
sticker.
well, yeah, maybe a flatter one, or to kind of help you out, maybe if the company can kind of change the uniforms and actually have it stating Deli with, you know, I don't know if they can add your name on
Like
it, but
stitch the name.
stitch the name up
Yeah.
there would be a lot more helpful than having a
Yeah, and just have
name
custom
tag cut in.
aprons.
To hang, yeah.